Hey everyone, welcome to the Party Pals GRC Mafia. This is applying the hacker mindset. I'm going to provide you with actionable insights, some examples, and show you how to leverage this as a skill in your toolkit. So, who am I? I'm Brittany White, also bdubzz. I'm a cybersecurity professional with certifications including the CompTIA Sec X and Sec Plus. I have the PJPT from TCM Security, which is the Practical Junior Penetration Tester, the CCSK, which is the Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge, the CCZT, which is the Certificate of Competency in Zero Trust, and I have the ASCP, which is the API Security Certified Professional. I write about the hacker mindset in GRC every single Monday on my blog at brittwhite.io, and my ultimate goal here is to help build a more secure future through my work as a GRC consultant and as the VP and CFO here at Study GRC. I'm excited to be here and share my unique perspective and insights with all of you today. So we have a challenge. Do you feel like you're drowning in your to-do list, constantly reacting to new threats, or just checking boxes without any real impact? What if I told you there's a way to cut through that chaos, anticipate challenges, and not just survive, but thrive? I know many of us might feel this way, whether it's in the demanding world of cybersecurity, navigating complex projects, or even just managing our daily lives. So there's a solution. You may feel like you need to work harder to keep up, but what if the solution isn't just more effort, but a different way of thinking entirely? Instead of working harder, let's work smarter. We're talking about embracing this thing called the hacker mindset. So, what is the hacker mindset? When you hear the word hacker, you might immediately think of someone in a black hoodie, breaking rules or causing trouble or chaos. I want to challenge that perspective right now. This isn't about illegal activity. It's about a powerful, proactive way of thinking that can transform how you approach any challenge, whether that's in GRC, at work, or in your everyday life. So at its core, the hacker mindset is defined by several key characteristics. First, we have curiosity. It's a desire to ask, what if? How does this really work? It's about going beyond the surface, digging deeper, and exploring to truly understand something. Then critical thinking. This is your superpower. It means not just accepting policies or processes at face value, but scrutinizing them and asking the tough questions. So why do we do this process this way? Really understand it. Problem solving. Hackers are natural problem solvers, finding unconventional solutions and reverse engineering issues. This mindset helps you dig deeper, connect the dots, and deliver results. Adaptability and agility. In a rapidly evolving landscape like cybersecurity, the ability to pivot rapidly and counter new threats is crucial. It's about being dynamic and not static. Proactivity and foresight. Thinking like a hacker means anticipating weaknesses and acting fast to dodge disasters before they even start. It's about spotting threats before they disrupt your operations. It's just like driving a car. You have to pay attention to the other cars, or maybe even upcoming hazards on the side of the road, so that you can be proactively ready to avoid a collision. You have to predict and anticipate potential risks that could cause you to crash and be ready to quickly avoid those scenarios completely. So, why does all of this matter? Well, in today's fast-paced world, especially in the field of cybersecurity, this mindset isn't just a nice-to-have skill. It's a fundamental advantage. It's your secret weapon. This mindset empowers you to innovate. By constantly questioning and exploring, you're open to new ideas and solutions. It empowers you to build resilience. Anticipating and planning for challenges makes you and your system stronger. And it empowers you to stay ahead. It helps you uncover opportunities that others might overlook and stay sharp and connected. It also empowers you to unlock your potential. Ultimately, it's about transforming chaos into opportunity. So, how do we cultivate this powerful way of thinking? Let's dive into how you can apply the hacker mindset across different areas of your life, starting with GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. So, we're applying the hacker mindset in GRC. And now that we understand what the hacker mindset truly is, it's a blend of curiosity, critical thinking, and proactive problem solving. So let's see how it transforms one of the most crucial, yet often misunderstood areas in cybersecurity: governance, risk, and compliance, or GRC. GRC is often seen as the fun police: rigid, rule driven, and maybe even a little bit dull. And maybe you feel like you're stuck in an endless series of spreadsheets and compliance checklists. Or maybe you feel like you found yourself in a thankless uphill battle where you get excited to introduce policies only to be met with groans and side eyes. But what if we flip this script? What if GRC wasn't just about checking boxes, but about becoming a dynamic, proactive force that anticipates threats and strengthens your security? This is where we bring in our hacker mindset. Infusing GRC with a hacker's mindset means reverse engineering risks, outsmarting attackers, and ditching the rubber stamp for something more dynamic. It allows GRC to pivot rapidly, to counter new threats, turning compliance from a static set of rules into a living, evolving defense system. So let's break down how the core characteristics of the hacker mindset apply here. First, we have critical thinking. In GRC, critical thinking is your superpower. Don't just accept policies or processes at face value. Instead of simply implementing a control, ask, is this control genuinely mitigating risk? Or is it just checking a box? Or what happens if our MFA provider is breached? You're scrutinizing the real-world threat landscape and designing defenses that go beyond theoretical protection. Use this to challenge the status quo, identify true vulnerabilities, and ensure that your controls are actually effective and not just compliant. Then we have creativity. Forget thinking outside the box. Break the box, rebuild it, or maybe even reprogram it entirely. This could mean gamifying security training to truly engage employees, crafting custom audit methodologies that uncover unique blind spots, or brainstorming unconventional breach scenarios to test your defenses. Apply creative solutions to common GRC problems, making processes more efficient, engaging, and effective. Now, we also have curiosity. Curiosity didn't kill the cat. The cat joined the GRC mafia. Ask what if, analyze logs for anomalies that others might miss, explore emerging threat trends, or even experiment with AI tools to detect risk faster. Compliance frameworks should be our baseline set of controls. And when enterprises are still getting breached despite these frameworks, it means we need to go beyond those controls, go beyond that baseline. We have to foster a culture of continuous learning and exploration with our GRC teams, as well as with various other teams that we collaborate with, always seeking deeper understanding and potential improvements. So one of the most tangible ways to apply the hacker mindset in GRC is through your risk register. Forget picturing those endless boring spreadsheets. Through a hacker's lens, this is your powerful cheat sheet for anticipating threats and planning defenses. Hackers map vulnerabilities. You map risk. So what's the difference? Your map stops the chaos before it even starts. We start with risk identification. This is our recon phase to identify risks. We have to think like an attacker here. What could go wrong? What's juicy enough to target? And where's our low-hanging fruit? Use threat modeling, vulnerability scans, and even tabletop exercises to uncover risks before they even escalate. Proactively identify potential weaknesses in your systems, processes, and even human behavior. Now, when we move to responding to that risk that we found, we have to think like an attacker solving problems, only in reverse. If attackers target weak passwords, how can you make passwords difficult to exploit? Implement strong password policies, multi-factor authentication, or MFA, and ongoing employee training to close that door before it even opens. Develop proactive and creative mitigation strategies that address the root cause of risks rather than just reacting to incidents. And finally, monitoring and reviewing. Risks evolve constantly, so regular reviews keep your register relevant and actionable. A quarterly review might reveal new vulnerabilities in a recently deployed cloud service. Addressing these early ensures resilience and reduces potential exposure. Maintain a dynamic risk posture, constantly adapting your defenses as the threat landscape changes. Finally, the hacker mindset in GRC is crucial for building a positive compliance culture. Compliance isn't just about policies, it's about the people. Resistance often boils down to employees seeing compliance as a roadblock. Instead of a safeguard, we need to hack that resistance. So we start with people, not policies. Build rapport and trust with your stakeholders across the organization early, not just when you need something. Have real conversations about their work. Offer support like creating a helpful template for them, and constantly show you care. Actions speak louder than words, and small gestures build trust. Transform compliance from a mandate into a collaborative effort by becoming a trusted partner and not the fun police. Communicate the why. No one likes following rules without context. If I tell you that you have to go mow your grass, but you can only use scissors, or else you likely will either use a different tool to mow your grass because it does the job with a similar outcome, or you just won't mow your grass at all because that rule is silly. So where's the context? Why is it important that you have to mow your grass with scissors? You have to help your stakeholders connect compliance to their daily lives and goals by communicating this why. Instead of a dry lecture, explain how policy protects their work, their data, and their reputation. Use relatable stories or even humor to make the message stick. You'll know your audience if you've already built that rapport. Gain buy-in and ownership by clearly articulating the value and necessity of compliance in a way that resonates with your audience. Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. People will support what they help create. Involve your stakeholders in shaping compliance procedures. Ask for their feedback on workflows. Work together to find solutions that integrate compliance into existing processes and celebrate their contributions. Foster a sense of shared responsibility and collaboration, turning compliance into a team sport. By applying this hacker mindset with emphasis on critical thinking, creativity, curiosity, proactive risk management, and human-centric building, GRC transforms from a static checklist into a strategic, dynamic force that truly protects the organization. Now, we've seen how powerful the hacker mindset can be in transforming GRC from a compliance burden into a strategic advantage. But the truth is, these principles aren't confined to a specific domain. The curiosity, critical thinking, and proactive problem solving that define a hacker can be applied to virtually any role, any industry, and any challenge you face at work. So, how do we leverage this mindset to become more effective, innovative, and impactful in our daily professional lives? Cybersecurity isn't just about firewalls and exploits. Your secret weapon is simple and sneaky: listening. Listening isn't just polite, it's a tactical advantage. Active listening is the hacker's way of gathering intelligence. It's about tuning in fully, catching what's said, implied, and even what's left unsaid. Like debugging a conversation, you're filtering noise to find the real meaning. We can use this in incident response. Instead of just hearing the network is down, a hacker mindset asks what changed before it went down, looking for the root cause and not just the symptom. We can use this for our client and stakeholder needs. When a client says, "We need better security," an active listener asks, "What's your biggest fear if things go sideways?" This helps you decode their true concerns and deliver actionable intel. We can use this with solving problems. It turns chaos into clarity, helping you spot hidden vulnerabilities in processes or projects that others might miss. We can leverage this as a tool by ditching distractions. Put your phone down, close your tabs, and give the conversation your full attention. Ask open-ended questions. Go beyond the yes or no. Can you explain the typical process for X? Or, What would success look like here? Repeat for clarity. Summarize what you've heard. So, what I'm hearing is this confirms understanding and clarifies misunderstandings before they snowball. And then practice empathy. Try to understand the speaker's perspective and underlying concerns. Put yourself in their shoes. Now, life comes at you fast, like a hacker firing off packets at a misconfigured firewall. Your to-do list can feel endless, but not everything on that list matters. Hear me out. This isn't slacking. This is strategy. The hacker mindset applies triage to your task, just as you'd prioritize critical vulnerabilities over low-risk informational findings. You need to focus your energy on what truly moves the needle. We look at the risk versus reward. Treat your to-do list like the risk assessment. High-impact tasks with immediate consequences get tackled first. Low-impact and low-likelihood tasks can wait or even be ignored in some cases. My latest blogs are lacking infographics. I've been choosing to finish my blogs over spending hours perfecting graphics. And guess what? My perspective and insights are still being shared each week with a video read-along, and the world keeps turning. And that's a prioritization win in my book. We can leverage this as a tool. Using the Eisenhower matrix, we can categorize tasks into urgent and important, or not urgent and important, or urgent but not important, or not urgent and not important. We can try time blocking, where we allocate specific focused time for a task and move on when the timer's up, preventing resource drain. Embrace the power of no. Protect your time like a sensitive database. Every yes to a low priority task is a no to something that truly matters, like your family. We need to focus on progress, not perfection. A half-finished project that moves the needle beats a perfect one collecting dust because you took too long to finish it. Look for that low-hanging fruit for some quick wins. In cybersecurity, growth isn't just about collecting certifications. It's about constant learning and adaptation. And you absolutely don't have to do this alone. Friendships and community are everything in this field. A hacker's world is dynamic. Staying sharp requires relentless curiosity and a willingness to share and learn from others. Embrace ongoing learning. Stay ahead of threats by exploring cybersecurity blogs, subscribing to Intel feeds, and joining communities like Study GRC. Foster a culture of curiosity. Encourage curiosity projects where you and your team explore specific risks or technologies with dedicated time for brainstorming creative solutions. Collaborate across teams. Break down those silos. Partner with offensive and defensive security teams, IT, operations, and even HR. Their diverse perspectives can reveal vulnerabilities or gaps that you might have missed and refine your strategies. Leverage this as a tool. Join communities, actively participate in online communities like Discord, and local meetups like your B-Sides or DEF CON groups. These can be a goldmine of knowledge and connections. Seek and offer mentorship. Helping others fuels passion and reminds us why we do this work. Even a quick tip or a helpful resource can make a huge difference for someone else. Share your toolkit. Don't hoard knowledge or paywall it. Share resources, spread encouragement, and create opportunities for others. By integrating these aspects of the hacker mindset, active listening, strategic prioritization, and a commitment to continuous learning and collaboration, you're not just doing your job, you're hacking your own professional growth, becoming a more adaptable, insightful, and valuable asset in any workplace. Now we've explored how the hacker mindset can revolutionize your approach to GRC and elevate your professional performance. But the true power of this mindset extends far beyond the office walls. It's a toolkit for life itself, helping you navigate personal challenges, foster well-being, and find deeper purpose. Think of your life as a system. The hacker mindset helps you debug it, optimize it, and build resilience into its core. Now, growth doesn't happen in the shadows. It happens when you push beyond what feels safe. Your comfort zone is like a perfectly secure but isolated network. Nothing new gets in and nothing new gets out. The hacker mindset encourages you to identify your personal shadows, those areas of discomfort or fear, and systematically challenge them. It's about recognizing that progress is still progress, no matter how small. For me, it's public speaking or even starting my blog. The idea was very scary because I don't like being the center of attention or even having any attention on me at all. But every step outside the comfort zone has built confidence and resilience. It could be learning a new hobby, tackling a new project that you've been putting off, or even just a difficult conversation with someone. Leverage this as a tool. Identify your shadow. What makes you uncomfortable? What's that one thing that you keep putting off? What are you afraid of? Take one small step. Don't try to debug your entire system all at once. Take it one skill, one goal, and one challenge at a time. These small wins can stack up into something massive. And then embrace the discomfort. Understand that growth is uncomfortable. That feeling is a signal that you're expanding your capabilities. Cybersecurity can be a massive playground for the curious, but running at full throttle with no breaks is the fastest route to burnout. Now, burnout can hit like a 0-day exploit, unexpected, disruptive, but it's totally avoidable. Apply the same triage and resource management that you use at work to your personal well-being. Your mental and physical health are critical systems that need patching and protection. Recognize those burnout symptoms, chronic fatigue, cynicism, or lack of joy. This is your system sending you alerts. Avoid that shiny object syndrome in life. Just like not every vulnerability is high risk, not every personal opportunity needs to be pursued right now. Focus on what truly impacts your goals. Leverage this as a tool. Prioritize tasks like risk. Use that Eisenhower matrix for your personal life. Your health and family time are critical. Set smart goals. Instead of, I need more balance, try, I will spend 1 hour touching grass outside on Saturday. Time block your day. Allocate focus time for family, work, hobbies, and breaks. Protect that time like a sensitive database. Then build your personal firewall. Clear boundaries, such as going into do not disturb mode after work. Be intentional about what you allow into your life. Now, every journey starts with a why. My why is simple: to grow, to give back, and to inspire others. Understanding your why is like having your core mission statement. It guides you through roadblocks and reminds you why it's worth fighting through setbacks. The hacker mindset encourages you to understand your core motivations and to see yourself as a part of a larger interconnected system. When you give back and lift others up, you create a ripple effect. My journey from cabinet design to cybersecurity was driven by a desire to solve problems that truly matter while building a more secure future for my family. The philosophy of us scandis alios subleva, which is Latin for as you climb, lift others up. It was a powerful call to action when I first heard it from Ray Redacted on a video. I didn't reach this point alone, and I won't hoard opportunities. Leverage this as a tool. Define your why. What inspires you? What kind of impact do you want to make? Write it down and keep it visible. Then build your squad. Create a network of mentors, peers, and resources. Then be that same backbone for others. Share your toolkit. Share your hard-earned knowledge, spread encouragement, and create opportunities. Even a quick tip can make someone's day. Debug and optimize your mission. Regularly assess if your actions align with your personal mission. And sometimes maybe we need to adjust that personal mission too. The hacker mindset isn't just a professional skill. It's a philosophy for a more intentional, resilient, and impactful life. By applying the principles of curiosity, critical thinking, and proactive problem solving to your everyday challenges, you're not just living, you're optimizing, adapting, and truly thriving. Now, we've explored the hacker mindset, not just as a technical skill, but as a powerful philosophy that can reshape how you approach challenges in every facet of your life. At its core, the hacker mindset is about curiosity, critical thinking, problem solving, and adaptability. It's about looking at problems as puzzles to solve and systems to optimize. We saw how this mindset can transform your GRC from a static checklist into a dynamic strategic force, anticipating threats and strengthening your security. We saw how it could elevate your work performance through skills like active listening, strategic prioritization, and continuous learning. And we saw how it could empower your everyday life, helping you step outside your comfort zone, prevent burnout, find your why, and lift others up as you climb. It's about making progress over perfection every single time. Now, the most important takeaway for today is this: you don't have to do this alone, and you're ready. Growth happens when you take that first step out of the shadow, and progress, no matter how small, is still progress. So here's my challenge to you: identify one thing today, just one, that pulls you out of your shadow, and then take that first step. Maybe it's reaching out to one person in your organization to build trust. Or maybe it's choosing one low priority task to just let go of this week. It could be scheduling just 1 hour of intentional rest or a hobby. Or maybe it's simply tuning in fully to your next conversation. Whatever it is, you're already further than you were yesterday. Remember, the greatest journeys begin with a single step out of the shadows. Embrace the hacker mindset. Make it your secret weapon. The world will keep spinning, and cybersecurity isn't going anywhere. But you, equipped with this powerful way of thinking, will be ready to tackle any challenge. You've got this. Now, thank you so much for your time tonight. I'm excited to see how you're going to transform challenges into opportunities and watch every single one of you keep growing. I'm happy to answer any questions. Just drop them in the chat or visit my website to dive deeper into the hacker mindset and GRC every single Monday morning. Connect with the community in our Discord server and chat about how you can apply these principles in your own work and life. Keep learning and building your hacker toolkit. There's always more to discover. Remember, every system is a puzzle waiting to be solved. Approach problems with curiosity, creativity, and a relentless drive to find solutions.